I never thought my own flesh and blood would betray me like this. But here I am, sitting in my office, watching my twin brother sign documents that transfer the ownership of my company to him. I can still remember the look of satisfaction on his face as he sealed the deal. It was then that I realized he had been planning this all along. It all started when I decided to take a long overdue vacation with my wife, Emily. I had been working tirelessly to build my company from the ground up, and I thought it was finally time to relax and enjoy the fruits of my labor. Little did I know, this decision would turn my life upside down. While I was away, my brother, Jake, saw an opportunity to swoop in and take control of the company. He had always been jealous of my success and was determined to prove that he was the better sibling. But what hurt the most was that he had enlisted the help of my own wife to carry out his plan. I discovered their treachery when I returned from my vacation early, only to find them huddled together in my office, discussing the future of the company without me. It was like a knife to the heart. How could they do this to me? As I watched them celebrate their victory, a fire ignited within me. I knew I had to take action. I couldn't let them get away with this betrayal. They would pay for what they had done. I began to plot my revenge, carefully crafting a plan to regain control of my company and expose their deceit. I reached out to old allies and hired private investigators to gather evidence of their collusion. It was time to turn the tables on them. One night, when they least expected it, I confronted Jake and Emily in my office. I presented them with the evidence of their betrayal, watching as their faces turned pale with fear. They tried to deny everything, but I could see the guilt written all over their faces. With a sense of satisfaction, I informed them that I would not let them get away with what they had done. I called a meeting with the board of directors and presented the evidence against Jake and Emily. The board was shocked by the revelations and immediately sided with me, voting to remove them from their positions in the company. As Jake and Emily were escorted out of the building, their plans in ruins, I felt a sense of justice finally being served. I had reclaimed what was rightfully mine and avenged the betrayal of those closest to me. But the victory was bittersweet. The wounds of their betrayal still lingered, and I knew things would never be the same between us. It was a harsh lesson learned, but one that made me stronger in the end. As I sat alone in my office, the weight of the past few weeks washing over me, I knew one thing for certain: I would never again let anyone take advantage of me or my company. I had learned my lesson the hard way, but I was determined to come out on top, no matter what obstacles stood in my way. And as I looked out at the city skyline, I knew that the future held endless possibilities for me.